Hey guys, what's going on? Cool Crazy Chaos here. Today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys a review on yet again another tank bag. As some of you may already know, my last tank bag review was the I don't know if you can see this, but the Joe Rocket Hammerhead tank bag. I love that tank bag. I had no issues with it. I would have kept going with that. But unfortunately, the wife stole it. So it's gone. Don't have it anymore. Uh, we still have it. She's using it to this day, and it's amazing. So I had to go out and buy another one. It's always a reason, Sure, take it. I'm just going to go buy another one. So I had a reason to go pick one up. So here we have the Oxford X2 mini tank bag. Oh, it's cute, right? Oxford lifetime warranty. Oh, it's like just a little bit bigger than my hand. What can you fit in here? Not much, right? So wrong, so wrong. So here it is. I'm going to show you everything about this thing. I really, really like it. And the more I use it, the more I like it. I just came up with another use for it the other day, and it blew my mind. I'll get to that. So it's a magnetic tank bag. And with any magnetic tank bag, usually you have good rubber coating on the base here so that it doesn't damage your paint. You always, again, want to make sure that this is clean before you place it on your bike to protect the paint. But overall, it's pretty nice. As you can see here, there's some clips. There's two of them, one on each side. And they're pretty long. They're about 2 inches long. So if you actually have it on your bike, what I did was I used some double-sided Velcro here. And I put some on the here, and I put it on the clip. And that's going to prevent these pieces from dangling, and it essentially would hit your tank. And over time, that's going to damage your paint. I know a couple guys that have the same bag or similar ones. They've just cut them off, and those clips are there because it comes with a strap. You clip it on, put it over your shoulder. I really have no need for it, so I've taken that and I've just chucked it somewhere. I don't know where it is. And I've just Velcroed these. I hate modifying anything from the original form because it's going to take away value should something happen. And you want to get rid of it or whatever the case. I like keeping things as original as possible. I'm the kind of guy that never likes splicing into shit. I just like keeping everything original so it can always be put back to the way it was. So that's one thing that I've had to do so that it does not damage my paint job on my bike. It's got a nice sturdy handle, and all the zippers have attachments. They're fairly easy to access so that once you have your gloves on, it's not going to be an issue. So here it is. What I'm going to actually do is just go over this small little pouch that we have right here. So it's a little pouch. It's got a nice big ring on it. The zippers, as you can see, are waterproof. So once you open it up, it's got a decent amount of space here. I've got some cables, earplugs, slip chap, more earplugs. You can fit like a phone in there, an MP3 player, whatever you want. If I turn it around, over here, I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's a fairly generic cover, and that's there. So if you have headphones, you're able to run the cable through there, and it's not going to give you an issue. I really don't understand. If I really had to, I'd just leave the zipper open a little bit and pull it out, but whatever. They've invested in that, so great. This little strip here, just kind of pointless. It's reflective. I think it would have been more resourceful if it was somewhere along the side so that when it's on your bag and you're riding at night, you'd be able to see it. So that's a little bit of a downside there. So now that I've gone through that small one, I'm going to open up the main compartment here so you guys can have a look. There you have it. Oh, it's tiny, man. What are you gonna fit in there? A cell phone? Maybe a towel? Guys, this is so misleading. This thing is huge. You can fit 4 bottles of water in here, believe it or not, easily, and have room for your cell phone, your wallet. And the way you're going to do that, right now as it is, you'll be able to fit 2 bottles side to side in there. If you want more room, this little guy is expandable. So what you're going to do is you're going to just run along that zipper. You're going to open it up. And bam! You have just added so much more space in here. You can fit 4, maybe even 5 or 6 water bottles in here. This thing is deep, man. Look at it. Like, I almost got my arm in here. On cold days, I can fit my sweater in there, my hoodie. I fold it up, I shove it in there, close it up. And just the other day, I found a new use for it. This bag is not even advertised for this or that it can do this, but I found out the other day that you can, and I love this thing even more, which is why I'm sharing this with you guys. So, this is the visor for my Arai RX-7 helmet. Visors are generally, pretty much the same size. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? What if, it looks like it could fit. It's a little big, but I kind of was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. So what I did was I just kind of, I turned it upside down so the flat end of it is going inside. Oh my goodness, did you guys just see that? It popped right in. I have in this mini tank bag by Oxford, the X2, I've got a full visor in there. And when this happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this thing. It is amazing. So now I have my visor with me. I can fit a sweater in here. I can fit gloves in here. Like, look, my cell phone's in here. It's standing up with room. Like, look at this thing. It is huge. So, I just found that use for it. I've got a full visor in there, and that visor actually adds structure to the bag once it's expanded. So it feels a lot more secure. And this thing is small enough where it's going to fit on any tank. I know on some of the bigger Oxford bags, because they're so big, sport bike tanks are very wide near the top. The magnets never line up properly. You kind of have to move the magnets inside. But there you go. There you have it. A full-sized visor in this mini tank bag. And when I did this the other day, I was like, okay, I'm doing a review of this bad boy. This is going to go huge. So they don't even advertise that you can do this. And you know what? I blame their design or their marketing team for that. Again, that little strip that's reflective, I think it should be on the side. If anyone from Oxford watches this, do that, because that will actually serve a purpose. This reflection up here is useless. I don't need to see that it's reflective. I want people that are driving around me, those cagers, to see that shit. If I had any other constructive criticism for this tank bag, I would say this ring is pretty good. But what I liked on my Joe Rocket is that it had these 2 zippers, but then it had a wire going from one to the other, so it pulled straight back. So I don't have to kind of daisy finger it here and just do that. All I had to do was it kind of ran straight up. There was a Velcro, it just pulled off, and then I pulled the zipper straight down, and it was open. I think that was a little bit of a better design that I prefer. Now, in terms of if you guys have seen the Hammerhead tank bag, it had a clear little pouch here for a GPS. I think they may be able to do that here as well. Something like that would have been helpful. I have my X grip, so I really had no use for it. So, guys, besides these flaps, besides this being in the wrong place, and maybe not having that clear pouch up top, it's a great bag. I love it. I've never had any issues. It does tell you not to exceed a certain weight on here. Make sure it's securely fastened, blah, 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 blah. I think the instructions said something about not exceeding 10 pounds, but I've had 4 bottles of water in here. I've had heavy shit in here, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's good. The magnets are not the strongest that I've experienced. It's got 4 of them, 1 in each corner, through the bags that I've had, but it's enough. You don't want it too tough so that you're like prying it off every time you want to get off. So I hope this is helpful, guys. There she is, my Oxford X2 mini tank bag. Doesn't do this thing justice. I love this. If you guys have any questions, just comment comment. If this was helpful, I'd appreciate the like for my page. Like. And till next time, I'll do another review on something else. I hope you guys are enjoying my vlogs. Ride safe. Take care. Till next time. Peace. See you guys.